What's up, y'all? Agent WD-40 here again. Let's dig a little deeper into some of these pictures and a couple of videos that I've seen. And I did a little research on the Chernobyl and how it was built, that dome anyway, that's covering the sarcophagus. God, I can't speak today again. But let's dig a little deeper. As I was watching my own video playback on BitChute and YouTube, I got to noticing a couple more things, especially on this engine. Let me see if I can pull both of them up at the same time here. But these engines, yeah, they are completely different. Give me a second here to get everything rearranged there so we can do some zoomy zoom. Okay, first off, we have two different engines. And I wasn't aware drones had more than one engine, by the way. And I'm going to show you the irregularities. God, I cannot speak today. But I'm going to show you the imperfections of what I'm going to say. Okay? So first off, let's take a look at engine 2 here, okay? Or what I'm calling engine 2. And we're going to look at engine 1. Now, I believe, okay, these are Russian engines, but considering that it's in Ukraine, they have a lot of Ladas and stuff in Ukraine. But check this out. Anybody notice two different colors? Huh, that looks kind of odd, don't it? We got almost practically a new one, almost like somebody pulled this engine right here out of a tractor. And look at, I want you guys to pay attention to the heads. See where the spark plugs are at? I mean, you got damage. You got a hole in this head. And then you got this breather. I'm going to guess this is like a turbo breather or something like that. Then let's go over here to this engine. Notice the coloring? It's kind of odd in itself, isn't it? One's charred out in black, and this one's chromed out. Now, even if we had a picture of the other side of this engine, I bet it's still going to be silver. Because you can tell it on this picture over here on the right side that this one's not charred. This one is. Look at this air scoop. Okay? See it there? It's nowhere. It is nowhere inside on this picture. But you do have right here where the crankshaft is, and the harmonic balancer, if you want to say. We don't have no harmonic balancer right here where the prop would go. Or the plane prop. But here, we have a harmonic balancer with no prop. No harmonic balancer, harmonic balancer. Okay? That's just one thing. We have two different engines here. Motors, engines, whatever you want to call them, depending on where you're at in the world. Yeah, we have two different engines. And not to mention, see spark plug wires and vacuum lines and everything right here. And you can plainly see the tips here and that it's bent over this way. Where is that over here? There's no lines whatsoever. No vacuum lines, no fuel lines, no nothing. Okay? We have two different engines there. That's plain as day. Two different engines. Okay, next thing we want to look at here is, let's check out this lettering. Don't that look freshly painted? And it's like perfectly centered on parts like this. Almost like somebody stenciled that on, don't it? That's what it looks like. The paint's too new. And they just threw some, some snow over it to make themselves look good. Now let's go over here and look at this. Now, for you Russian people out there, and people on the other side of the world that's not American, don't this look like it belongs off a car? How many of you mechanics are out there know that this is not a plane part? This is not landing gear. This is part of suspension. Your turning suspension. This is what it is. This came off a car. This came off a Lada. I guarantee, I'm going to call it right now. That is a Lada part. All day long. That is a Lada part. And if you guys don't know what a Lada is, it's a Russian car that the Russians have built for, geez, forever. The Lada has been around for, I bet, longer than I've been around, to be honest with you. But that isn't a car part. Any mechanic out there in the world is going to tell you that belongs on a car, not a plane or a drone. Okay? See what else I've discovered here. Okay, let's get into the explosion itself. Before I show you any videos, let's go in depth into some pictures here. Okay, here right now is a picture of the roof of Chernobyl. Okay? You see these pieces right here? Everywhere. They're curved up. Like there was an explosion inside, not outside. Had a drone came in from this way, from outside in, all this would be pushed in. Inside Chernobyl, not to the outside of it. Now, I know the news stories say that it was armed with a warhead. I'm calling BS on that one. Seems like a cop-out to me. Because our government and every other government in the world knows or thinks that us people are stupid. We're going to believe anything. I'm calling out the BS right here, right now. You can plainly see right here. Why is this sticking out? Okay? Let's set up another picture here. Let's go to the inside Chernobyl. Okay, here you are on the inside. You can plainly see right here, this metal is going up. Right here is going up. So which only indicates a close explosion. See this platform right here? This platform right here would be an easy way to control an explosion. You put it near the roof and near concrete. Now keep in mind, this structure, this dome, is made out of steel and concrete, which I will show you here in a minute because I took a screenshot, a video of this. See this big, huge char mark? I'm telling you, this would indicate C4 by the char mark. And if you think you can't control the explosion of C4, you'd be dead wrong. You can control the explosion as long as you use the right amount. C4 will penetrate concrete, and I don't give a damn how thick it is. Unless it's like a bunker inside of a mountain. Because that's some thick concrete. But this dome, they could only make the thickness so much or the structure would fall over a few years. But a wise man would probably say your explosion started right here in a controlled explosion. And why I say it's controlled is because, see this pipe going here? I'm going to guess it's part of the steel frame. If the drone would have came in, all of this would have been taken out. You would see char marks on this platform through here. You can tell debris fell down and bent this. Now if a drone hit this and its debris hit that, oh my lord, you would see more than just this break point right here. This break point would be not even in the picture. You can tell by the structure that it was clearly blown out this way. The explosion was controlled and went this way. Not up, not down, not to the right, but kind of northwest, per se. That the explosion was controlled on this platform right here, and the explosion was pointed this way. And yes, you can make C4 go in any direction that you want. You best believe that. We've mastered that art. So you can plainly tell your explosion started here and went that way. Okay? Okay, I gotta figure out which video this is. Now, I'm going to show you a video that's coming off CNN. And I'm not going to play or hate CNN on this one because, basically this video could have came from anywhere, you know. So let's look at this real quick. Okay, here's the video. I want you guys to pay attention to the sky out here to the right, anywhere. I want you guys to notice that there was no any kind of shiny object that was in the sky that went towards that building. And yes, I know it is dark time, but as much light that was around Chernobyl, you would have seen some kind of a glare, a glance, some kind of shininess to it. But here in this video, all the videos that they're showing right now, I have zoomed in, I've repixelated, I have contrast, I've done a lot of things. I cannot find an object in the sky. And the first time I saw this video, that's the first thing I looked for. You know, if a Stinger missile hit it, a plane hit it, you're going to see the shininess. You're going to see it explode before the big explosion. But we don't have that here. So I'll go ahead and play this video and, well, tell me what you think. Here we go. And you can see right here, I'm just going backwards. And you see how the explosion comes out and then sucks back in and then goes back out. That is a clear indication. Any fire marshals out there know how backdrafts work? When you blow off C4 inside of a building, you're going to create what's called a backdraft. It's going to blow out, suck that fire back in, and then shove it back out with 3 times, 4 times the force. Any fire marshal out there knows this, and knows this to be true. So you can see I keep backing up this video so you can see that explosion going in and out. Pay attention to the bright flash that goes off. This bright flash would only go off, and any video gamer out there would know that when you use a flash bomb, it causes the brightest flash. If you use C4, boy, that is one hell of a bright blast. But how many of us have watched videos of Ukraine knocking down planes, helicopters, jets, and drones, whether it be day or night? We've seen the footage. They don't cause none of this destruction like this. And at first I thought this was a jet engine. I was like, well, jet fuel could cause this because of the engine itself. It could cause a pattern like this. But no, you can't go with that because we plainly have pictures right here that is like a diesel engine, a petrol engine. It's not a jet engine. Hell, even the dumbest human being on the planet can tell the difference between a jet engine and a petrol engine or a diesel engine. You don't have to be the brightest crayon in the world to see that. All right, let's go on with this. Boom, there's your flash. There it goes in, comes back out. And you know, one has to question themselves, how can a drone of this little bitty size, basically a mosquito, if you will, cause this much damage? And although the news does say that there was a warhead attached, I'm not buying it. It's a prop. It's basically a prop plane. It ain't going to carry as much weight as you think it does. And maybe I'll look up, you know, specs on some of these drones, or Russian drones. Ironically, the pieces to me look American to me, but just my opinion. All right, let's go on. And you see all this right here? I'm going to back this up. Pay attention to this spot right here. This is debris going outwards. So, if the drone itself came from the outside in, why is this debris right here? Right here. Why is this debris right here coming out? In theory, by physics, now shouldn't it be going inside and being contained inside, considering the area of the sarcophagus? And I'm not counting out the possibility that somewhere right here may have been a Stinger missile, because this flashes over here, and then you have a spotlight right here pointed right at the building, ironically where it gets hit. Now, why would they be spotlighting the building if they didn't know it was going to happen? Y'all starting to smell what I'm stepping in? This shit right here kind of shady. Bam, did you guys saw that, right? Want you guys to watch right here, the spotlight I'm talking about. Boom, all of a sudden, this light comes on out of nowhere. Watch it. Watch how bright it gets. Boom. Boom. Now here's a top view of, I guess, it happening. And again, you can see all the whole building of this hole. Everything's pointed outwards of the destructions, not inwards. And here's a video of it from the inside. You see that piece up there? Why is it pointed outside? Shouldn't it be pointed inwards? Oh, let's go back to that, because there's that engine now. Now we get both views of it. And again, we're missing parts again. We have the harmonic balancer this time, but we also have more of the heads. There you go. Everything's pointed inside, and there's your engine. Now, all of this being pushed downwards, you know, there's a lot of concrete on this building. You can see it right here. And that's some thick concrete, boy. So I imagine we got concrete pieces laying here, judging by this structure right here. And you can see they're hosing it down. And right here, you see me pointing at this structure right here, this platform, because you can see the char marks. I believe this is where the explosion of C4 happened. We'll play it a little more through here. Okay, here's a good picture of the outside. And again, there you have it. You have it blowing out, not in. And the hole would have been way bigger if a drone hit it. See? See how all the pieces going out that way, out that way, out this way, out that way, out this way, out this way. I don't know. Okay, there's you a good picture right there of that one. It's blown out, not in. Yeah, Ukraine, you did this. And of course that came from the Independent. I wouldn't suggest watching them because, you know, it's the Independent. Let's see, I got one more video here too. Okay, let's look at here, Newsweek. And I only went to Newsweek on this one because I was trying to find the specs of Chernobyl's dome here. What I was looking for was, what was the dome made out of? Because I wanted to see the proof. Now, what it is made out of is steel and concrete. What I couldn't find was how thick the concrete was. And this structure can withstand a tornado, y'all. A tornado. Okay? A tornado can cause way more damage than any drone. Especially when it's being crashed into, right? The structure itself, you know, weighs 39,600 tons. There's no way this little drone, even with a little tiny missile on it, rocket, whatever you want to call it, there's no way it could penetrate this dome. Unless it was done from the inside by somebody who knew the blueprints and knew exactly where to place that C4 or that controlled explosion and cause enough damage to make a leak but catch the world's eyes. And you can see right there, it says right there it was worth 1.7 billion 354 foot high, and can withstand a tornado. Can withstand a EF4 to EF5. This is what I found out a little later. But, you know, this is just some stuff that I've found so far. Does any of this look legit for Russia to do? No. The Russians ain't got the money to put out a brand new drone. And is it a coincidence that these letterings are perfectly centered on each piece of debris? Is it a coincidence that this engine right here, colored, different destruction, is different from the engine they show here? I don't know. Why don't you guys make the call? Tell me what you guys think. Am I being wrong about this? Am I making up a conspiracy theory? That's up for you guys to decide and for you guys to judge. Now, I have my opinion, and I'm going to call it right now. Zelensky, you did this because you're going broke, and as American people, we no longer fund you because we're tired of it. So again, you guys make your opinion about getting this monkey off our back. This WD-40, baby. And we out this via